will talk to both of you, but I'm a little curious because you say, was it your CEO that wanted you to talk about more than just books and printing, or?
Yeah, I think, look, while a lot of companies like to put out a message that they do much more than printing, when rubber hits the road, ask them how many developers they have on staff. And so what we provide the customers are solutions to their problems. And printing sometimes is just a byproduct. So I don't mean to minimize the importance of print, but at the same time, we're really in the business of solving problems.
So your legacy and your history, is that from the printing industry?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so your roots is basically on communication, and at the time where there was no electronics, you used paper.
Very true. And if you look at Sandy Alexander, they themselves have a legacy with the advertising agency, marketing agencies, and they saw the writing on the wall, and they realized that they too had to change and morph into providing something more.
I think that one of the few things that is evident is that change is a constant, right?
The only thing that doesn't change, the only constant is change, right? That's the expression.
I don't know how you think about it, but sometimes I feel a little bit that humans are generally conservative and we don't really like change. Is that how you see it as well?
Yeah, I think everybody likes change for the other guy, not for themselves. Change comes hard, and I think both Aaron and I are in a role of advocating for change, and it can be difficult. We're not always very well received, but we try to smooth it over by providing the education, the explanation of how it will benefit them, and sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't always benefit one individual directly. Yeah. But for the good of the whole company, in order to become more optimized, more efficient, this is what we need to do to be able to be competitive in today's world.
And Aaron, I can't help thinking about when Aaron talks about the change and the constant. I think, and you said you were a software architect. Do an architect also have to be creative in order to find solutions that can optimize it, or is it more like you get an objective to reach?
Oh, no, it's an art form, and I have many options. I think the hardest component of designing software is the human element. It's clients and their willingness to change, and internally the employees, like we were talking about, changing habits.
And I was thinking that some of the things also mentioned in the keynote yesterday by Jeff Jacobson was the human factor, that is difficult to get the resources and the labor force. Is that also something that plays a role when you look at the future of how you architect your solutions?
Yeah, there's just a few variables, the resources, how much you have at hand, your time, and the objectives. That's kind of what drives architecture.
Last round of questions. I know you're probably a little bit busy. I was just curious. Oh, you're not? Okay, fine. We'll take another hour. No, yeah. No, I was just thinking if I connect. How has it been for you to come back here at a physical show?
I always think it's much more important to have a physical show because so much of what we learn here is from our peers and what they're doing. And I think a virtual show is a good second choice, but I want to keep coming to a show where I can talk to the folks that can provide me influence and solutions that I may not have thought of.
But Aaron, you said that you were not so good on camera. I think you do very well, but I was just thinking that, do you like actually the virtual world more?
No, I came here specifically to meet and work with the developers of the software of the mid-market suite.
So even you are an architect, you can still learn?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I love chatting with people that are bright as these guys.
And what about you, Henry? Did you have some good takeaways from EFI Connect this year?
Yeah, I did. I think that we've made good use of a feature called the Universal Importer. Sat on a panel to probably convey some of that information to others, and at the same time, it's important for me to learn what's coming down the road and be able to incorporate that into the plans that we make, so that Aaron's not developing something for which there was going to be a built-in solution.
That sounds pretty smart, right?
Sounds smart. The execution. It's all in the execution.
Well, guys, thank you very much for your time. I hope you will enjoy the last days here and have a good time also during the evenings.
Thank you. Welcome to Las Vegas.